Hi, this is Sandra,
Hi, it's Peter.
and we're Medievalists.net, and we're doing our little Medievalverse vlog. It's Saturday today, April 30th, and we just came back from attending the third annual University of Toronto Chaucer conference.
The Canada Chaucer Seminar, I think it's called.
Yeah, so it was a good day, and it's all day getting to listen to Chaucerians talk about their beloved Geoffrey Chaucer.
Yeah, it was we listened to about 8 different papers, a really wide range of topics. So talking, about Chaucer himself, talking about little kind of bits of the Canterbury Tales, his other works as well. There was one a bit about toys and how they relates to Chaucer, so that was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I really enjoyed the paper on Dawkins, the comparison um, given, um, I believe it was by Rogers. I don't recall her first name, I apologize. But the paper was comparing science and, Dawkins' work with some
yeah,
Chaucer overlay. It
yeah,
was very interesting, modern and medieval kind of fusing together,
yeah.
and fossils and relics and pilgrimage, and it was I thought that paper was, for me, it was the most interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
I
I think a
enjoyed
lot of
it.
people did. Dawkins, it's a book that was written a few years ago about evolution. It was kind of meant for the general public, and the author used the Canterbury Tales as kind of like a
Under the
guide.
assumption that everybody knows who Chaucer is.
Yeah,
As I found out, not everybody does. Just an aside,
yeah.
I told my best friend, she knows I'm a big medieval nerd. She's not.
Mhm.
I told her I was going to a conference this Saturday. She says, "Oh, what are you going to?" And I said, "Oh, it's about Chaucer." And she's like, "What's that?" And I died. I'm like, "This is my best friend in the whole wide world, and she has no idea who Geoffrey Chaucer is." I thought it was just her, and then I asked her to yell out to her spouse if he knew who Chaucer was, and the answer was no. I weep. My heart weeps. But unfortunately, not everybody knows Chaucer. Everyone knows Shakespeare, but not so much for
Yeah.
Chaucer.
Well, I guess anyone has like done medieval 101. You wind up reading a bit of Chaucer.
Canterbury Tales.
You're reading a bit of the Canterbury Tales, uh, and like it's not everyone's cup of tea because it's hard to read, especially if you're trying to Middle English. And but it's still kind of like you can tell from the topics today that people still have a lot to say about Jeffrey and
Yeah, and that it's a very active and vibrant area of research. Unfortunately, Peter and I don't come from literary backgrounds in terms of Chaucer.
yeah.
I mean, I did minor in English in university, but in Victorian English
Yeah.
with a major in medieval studies. So my area of English expertise is not Chaucerian, unfortunately, but it was still very enjoyable nonetheless, and it was a learning experience. Those papers um, will be up shortly.
Yeah, we're going to try and get them online within the next week. We also did an interview with the organizer, which we hope to have up also later this week. And it's again like we like attending these things to go off.
We
And
like, that we're fortunate in that in Toronto we have the Center for Medieval Studies and the Pontifical Institute of Medieval Studies. We have a big medieval community here, a very strong medieval program at the University of Toronto. Um, so Peter and I get the chance to go to quite a lot of these seminars at home. I mean, we're 20 minutes away from the university, so it's great not to have to drive 7 hours and hassle with
Yeah,
customs
yeah.
to go and see someone speak.
Yeah.
But we enjoyed it, and we just wanted to share
Yeah, like
that today.
yeah, like I would say definitely if you were thinking of doing medieval graduate studies, Toronto is a great place to do it. In terms that you won't be alone, that's for sure.
Even as an undergrad, I mean, the program's strong.
Yeah.
It is one of the best, I think, out there.
Like there are literally dozens of professors that are working on something to do with the Middle Ages at University of Toronto. And they're kind of all spread out in some sense, but they come together for conferences. A lot of conferences get held in Toronto, just like for people in Canada is kind of kind of a central point. It's the largest city in Canada, so a lot of academic stuff gets held here. And even American academic stuff gets held here. Even the Medieval Academy of America.
There were quite a few professors from like Fordham, Vanderbilt, and a couple other American universities that came specifically to present their work. So it was really great, and we, were happy that we were invited and able to attend, and that we'll be able to present everything for you.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much it. So and also just a quick aside to all this stuff about Chaucer. Peter and I will be doing video vlogs of Borges. I'm just catching him up.
Yeah.
I'm the one recapping and watching. I don't want to do a vlog on my own. I'm so afraid. Yeah. So anyways, so I'm fast tracking. We're gonna go out, get some Indian food, and then fast track Peter through Borges so that we can do a Borges review.
And we have to do a Game of Thrones. So.
Yes, and a Game of Thrones review shortly.
So any quick thoughts about Game of Thrones for tomorrow night?
Go Ned. Go John. Die Joff, die.
No. Oh,
anyways.
Poor Joff. He seems like a nice kid.
Did you really say that?
Wow.
Joff's horrible. Anyways. Okay, so we'll see you shortly for our Game of Thrones review.
Yes.
And I'll
And
see
remember,
you next Friday. We'll be talking about Kalamazoo next Friday.
We'll be talking about Kalamazoo.
Yes.
I know.
It's finally here.
Coming up. Yay. And we'll also remember All Request Sunday on Sunday tomorrow. And, we'll have...
Send us your requests.
Send us your requests.
Stump the Librarian.
Thank you.
Puppetry. Anyways. Okay, so we'll see you next week.
Take care.
Bye.